Here we go. All right. So welcome to day 3 of 5 in our 5-day challenge on how to create a online program guaranteed to sell. Yesterday, we took a good look at how to create an irresistible offer, including a live example of what one looks like. Today, we're at the cornerstone of how to be successful online, and that means how do you sell your offer? Thanks again for joining me today. I'm absolutely loving the social connection as we have to practice social distancing. Now, if you have missed any of the series, they will be available at youtube.com/TracyRepchuk, so you can spend more time really getting in the concepts and rewatching. I also want to remind you that this is interactive, so be ready to respond in the comment area if I ask a question. Okay, so before we go to market, it is assumed that the offer and one sheet are ready to go. Now, as you can imagine, the pace of this challenge is really fast. Normally, you would have had 2 weeks to get this ready, have me review it, finalize and approve it with you. But for the sake of this lesson, we're going to make the assumption that your offer is ready to go, all right? Okay, so now the key to the success of this step is to remove the big picture of what you have been used to as far as social media is concerned. So that will mean that we're not going to be blasting social, posts to your general social media, all right? Normally that gets ignored anyway, especially as we're approaching the land of sales, all right? So we're not going to broadcast our message and hope someone reads and responds to it. Unless you have a very active channel, that probably isn't going to work. So, and the reason it actually won't work in most scenarios is our price, okay? So you're going to be offering your online course for a price of $297. When sales occur generally on social media, they're usually priced anywhere from $7 to $97. But having said that, I don't want you to reduce your price of your program because they're already getting a bargain when we set the price at $297, okay? So we aren't going for big volumes. I want you to remember that because quite frankly, you can't handle big volumes yet. All the streamlining, systemization, all of that structure isn't in place yet. So we're going to do what's called spotlight versus the spray and pray approach. So this is done by finding one prospect at a time, connecting, educating, and closing them, all right? Now, you probably may not have been taught this. It could be a completely new skill. It may even be terrifying, but this is why you have to know that your offer is worth what you're asking, that it is quite frankly a gift for them to be purchasing at this price. And you're really ready to give them the bargain of the century so you can help them resolve the problem that they have. And this is giving them the transformation that they want at a really low price. Okay, so our goal, we just need a nice small group of 10 people to serve as our beta testers, right? So that's why you're going to say, that's why you're getting this really great price. You will be testing the content out on them, and you're going to tell them this, and you're going to be filling in any gaps that you wouldn't have known about unless you had a live audience. So our goal is 10 people at $297, giving a starter income of $2,997. All right. So the question I get is, can I get more? Yes, absolutely. And the highest I had was 67 units sold from a ground zero client. So my goal, though, is that you get a minimum of 10 people because our next phase is to move you through the 6-figure formula, which I think we're going to be covering tomorrow. And you need 10 as that starter leverage base in order to make that happen, okay? Now, there's 2 ways to approach this, okay? The first is a direct ask. So That means that you are asking for the sale from possible prospects, okay? Now, you would only do this if you're very familiar with them, you have a relationship with them already, and you know they're in the market for the type of solution that you're providing. The second is the feedback and review. This is the best approach. This is selling without selling. So this is where you're going to ask them for their feedback of your offer. You're then hoping for one of two outcomes. They realize that the offer is so great that they join themselves, or if they give feedback, which is always good, you then ask if they know anyone that might benefit from this, and would they be willing to connect you, okay? So here we go on the journey of making it happen. Now, you will begin with your low-hanging fruit, okay? That means current social media connections and lists you have, plus people you know, all right? This is the first place you want to look. Because quite frankly, you have a skill, and you've probably been talking about that skill. And if you have heard anyone say, wow, you know what, I need that, then now is the time to circle back to them. This is where you'll also go into your personal email list and start to send out personal emails, all right? So, and this is the area or level where you're going to make an offer and ask for the sale. Okay. Now, the next is your Facebook page and groups that you're already a part of. So again, if you own them, you can tell them what you're up to, okay? And you can say, hey, is anyone interested, right? So, you know, hey, I'm finally doing a major program. Best part is if you become a founding member, you're going to save 80%. It'll be, you know, and normally you'll save 12 weeks with me, things of that nature, okay? Now, and then you'll ask for them to just reach out to you. You're not going to broadcast necessarily pricing and things of that nature. You'll use that in a different way. Now, for the groups that you belong to, you will do the feedback request method again, so that anyone that reaches with a response becomes a potential customer or a potential referrer. For example, hey, I'm just looking for some major feedback. I'm about to launch a program where I'm going to teach blah, and you give the benefit. Can you look at the offer and tell me if it's clear enough? All right. And if you feel like I need to add something else, I'm going to offer it as a pilot program for 10 people at the price of $297, which is a savings of 80%. Do you think after what you have read, that seems like a fair deal? Thanks in advance for any feedback, okay? And then you'll attach the offer. So this is when you're posting in a group. All righty. So does that make sense? Let me know in the comments if it's starting to, if you're starting to see the pattern, and if you have any questions at this point before I go into the next method. Good morning, morning. Okay. Oh, it's clear. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes. Good. Okay, super. You start to see the pattern. Excellent. Good. All right. Let's hit the next method now. All right. So the next method is actually the most successful. You go to the direct messaging chat bar along the side. I've given you an example of it there. And there displayed will be your contacts at the top. In the middle there is any group chats that you're a part of. And then at the bottom is the contacts, okay? So you can see from this, at the time that I took this shot, there were 387 people online right then on their page. So those are people I could have reached out to. So then this becomes a numbers game. You want to hit as many people as you can and ask them for feedback, because only a small percent will respond. It's the ones that respond that will now get our full attention. And this is a dance back and forth, okay? So you will go down the list, start putting a message kind of like this, you know, hey, Francine, I'm working on this cool program that helps people with blah, and I would love to get your opinion on it. Do you have a couple of minutes to take a look at it and let me know if it's clear and priced fairly? Now, you are not sending the offer, you are sending nothing. All you have done is a little poke that says, are you interested in taking a look at something that I have? All right. And you're going to start to blast this down across all of your options. You could literally, it wouldn't take you long to go through 387 if you wanted to. And people love to give their opinion. And you never know who turns around and says, sure. Then you start to get the dance of introducing it to them, getting feedback, and then asking them at the end, after you've gone back and forth a couple times, is this something that they're interested in? Or do they know someone who might be interested in this? Okay. So say me in the comment area if you have ever used the direct message feature of Facebook. Okay, here we go. No, you won't be getting the scripts. You can watch this as much as you want. You get the scripts in the program, but I am giving them to you here. You've never used it. Okay, and that's totally fine. It's really, really simple. So this is something you can watch again, and then I want you to go and give it a try. All right, because it's really easy. If I'm one of your followers, for example, or we're connected in Facebook, what I want you to do is just look for me in the chat area and get comfortable going, hi, I just wanted to say hello, okay? And so you're welcome to do that with me, and I will respond, and you'll start to see how that flow works, okay? So if you don't use Facebook, the answer is, can you do this on LinkedIn? Yes, I am getting there, okay? So that's coming. Now, next, oops, here we go. Next, we're taking a look at Facebook Live, all right? So not only does this get you in front of people, I mean, this is a Facebook Live right here, which is what you need to do. It gets you comfortable in front of the camera and helps you put together the framework for what you're going to talk about in each lesson as you actually start to roll your program out. So you have 6 modules. That's part and parcel of the design, right? So this is going to give you 6 opportunities to do a Facebook Live. They don't have to be long, little 5-minute things if you want, where you're going to talk about what the program is, what that module focus is, and then you're going to invite them to join the program. These ones are all about selling, okay? So if you have an order page ready, this is actually the perfect place to send someone new so they can actually buy it. Then you're going to, once you've done that little Facebook Live, you're going to boost that post for $5 just to get some more eyeballs in it that you normally wouldn't have. Now, let me know in the comment area if you've ever done a Facebook Live. Or if you haven't, are you willing to give it a try? Excellent. So yes, from Tara, very, very good. Good, excellent, nice. Yes, no you haven't, but you're willing to try. Very good, and it's not that difficult, okay? I do them every week, excellent. Okay, cool. Now, so the great news, no and yes, the great news about doing, thank you, Bob. The great news about doing what you just did is, you're gonna love this, you can get it transcribed, and now you're going to have great marketing content that you'll be able to use as content for your module description. So this is something that in the future you're going to want as part of an order page or as part of a sales page. You can use it to create social media memes. And more importantly, you could actually get 6 blog posts from this, and again, start to build your relationship with Google and your relationship with YouTube, because you can duplicate that video over on YouTube. And then you can also use it for your course materials. So it is time very, very well spent. And especially since you may not have an order page to process automatic payments, In sales, you need to remember that the phone is your friend, all right? As part of the conversations, you can offer to jump on a call. So as you're doing that feedback, you can say, hey, do you have a few minutes now? I want to jump on a call. And use this to get feedback to present your offer as well, all right? And this is great training for later, because when you will be asking for $1,000, $2,000, or even $20,000 at some point as you move to high-end coaching, these just get you more comfortable again with the phone. Okay, so the next place you can start to find your target market and have prospects to sell to is to search and join Facebook groups, all right? So you simply go to the search bar, you put in your topic, for example, real estate, all right? And then you can then move across to selecting groups from the actual tab bar at the top. And then you can start to join these groups. So you go join, all right? And then when the opportunity arises for you to be able to ask for feedback, you do your post. I then saw, for example, from the registrations when you submitted, someone said, yeah, when I asked what are you looking for, what's your topic, they said mothers who had lost a child. So I actually put a search in, and I put grieving a child, and all of these groups came up. So I think that was you, Tara. This is a great opportunity for you to take a look at options like this. So who thinks they could do a search in Facebook and try to find a group you can join? Say me or yes in the comments. Excellent. Yes. That's just streaming through. Oh, I see. That's you, Dave. Okay. Excellent. Good. You can. It's really, really simple. Okay. Quite frankly, this is shooting fish in a barrel. This is my love of social media. Is we've never had an opportunity where everybody is all in one area just waiting for us to connect to. Now, for those of you who are waiting for LinkedIn, here we go. So next you can move your search to LinkedIn. And if you're not on Facebook, you can come here. I can tell you though that Facebook is something you're going to need to help you set up your program. You need to corral people into an area, and I don't talk about it here. There's actually 3 steps to this process, and the first is kind of getting yourself ready, preparing for the sale, and then actually going and making the sale. We're at the making the sale right now. And so in the preparation steps, setting up a Facebook group actually becomes a key element to that, because you're selling one at a time. You need to put them somewhere so that you start to build a community. You can, of course, make a LinkedIn group, same type of thing, but you'll want somewhere to corral them. Okie doke. So now, especially if you deal with businesses, this is the great platform for you. But also, again, don't underestimate it for other topics. Come and have a search here, even like grieving moms, infertility, whatever. Come and take a look here, even if you suspect it's not there, because you'll be shocked how many groups. Because if you think about LinkedIn, yes, it's about business, but there's also a lot of people there that are human too. And so they're experiencing the same things as kind of the Facebook community are. So what you do is you go to that side messaging bar on the right-hand side, and I like to start here in my searches, because if they are here on my sidebar, that means that they have reached out to me already. Okay, so this can where you can now spin the conversation in your favor. So you would just select somebody from here, and then do a very light and easy reach out. Okay, so for example, hey, you use their name, Sohail. I see you specialize in blah, and I'm just moving these boxes so I can read this. I was wondering if you could take a look at the offer I'm creating to help people. Your feedback would be greatly appreciated. I'm checking to see if the offer is clear, well priced, and addresses what people need to know. Thanks. And again, just like Facebook, you're going to blast through these and really start to see who responds back. And again, these guys over here have already reached out to you. Okay, so notice that you do get personal, you use their name and their specialty, because you do want to make sure that it ties somewhat to what it is that you're doing. Now, the next area is LinkedIn is your personal contacts. All right. So if we take a look at mine, I have just over 25,000. So what I can do here is simply go down the line and do the same type of message that I did for the chat area. Now here, you want to be a little more delicate because they haven't reached out to you. These are simply people that are connected to you. So I often start it with, hi, I'm part of your network and we really haven't had a chance to connect. I see you're doing XYZ. I see you're a director of physical therapy. And I was hoping to get your help with something. And that's when you'll then insert the rest of the message about your program. And again, you want it to connect to, you want to go down here and make sure that these people would actually apply to what you want to be doing, okay? Then as well, just like in Facebook, you can do a search for groups, okay? Hit search, you can see the groups. Looks like my little bar's in the wrong spot. You can see that there are a lot of groups here. I think it was like, I don't know, 1 million something groups anyway. And like this, you can use the search to hone it down, join some, and then start to do your feedback offer. Cool. Okay, there's the search in the groups. Excellent. Okay, so now what I'm doing here is showing you a lot of ways to close the sale, all right? So all we need, I want you to keep this in mind, all we need is 10 people, all right? And trust me, if you do all of the above, you'll get 10 people. If you have that irresistible offer, you're going to find 10 people for it. And again, this is part of the proof. This is why we're doing it, right? Why build something if 10 people won't buy it? Because if we can't sell it now, pre-built, not even built yet, you're not going to sell it after, and then you will, of course, spend a lot of time. All right, so does anyone here use LinkedIn? Say, I do, if you are on this platform. I'm just going to bring over the little chat area here. Yes, 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 I do. Excellent. Yeah, me too. LinkedIn is one of my major areas. I absolutely love it over there. And you can see from my sidebar, I have probably 200 people waiting to get answers back from me over various things. Okay, next. I'm on it, but I don't know quite what to do with it. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. You, Noelle, are in Message to Millions, so you're just going to ask me. And in fact, I did a training the other day, the other week, that you can go back and watch. And it was all on LinkedIn. Somebody had asked me to review their LinkedIn profile. And I did, and they made the changes, and they got a 333% increase on people that reached out to them and their search and appearing on search results. So you actually have that data, and I can show you where that video replay is. Oh, okay, good. Next, all right, next is interactive events. All righty, live and online. Obviously, we're a little bit more online right now, but here's where you can take a look at systems such as Facebook, Meetup, and Eventbrite. Okay, so you are looking for events for 3 reasons. The first, if it's in your field, join the group, and if you can attend the event, whether it's online or live, start to do that. And I actually run a Meetup group that is totally online except for 2 meetings a year. All right, so here's my meetup group, any women in California, you're welcome to join. That's primarily who I am targeting. A 333% increase, his name was Gary Mulcaney. And he actually posted on my Facebook page that that's what occurred after the review I did on his page. All right, so that's the first one. You want to use those 3 areas. The second is you want to connect. Once you perhaps are joining the group and they have an event, at that point you're going to see in general who runs the events, right? So see if you can talk about your offer. Some of these, particularly online groups, they're open to having speakers, come on. Maybe they don't want to be the person that's talking every single at every single event. So you can inquire about that, or simply connect with the attendees. So especially, if you go to Meetup, you can see right here. In my group, if you needed women in California, you could go connect to these 574 women. And then you can reach out to them because that they're interested in the topic. So you have an immediate prospect actually that you can connect with. And again, I had the one prospect when they submitted the registration for this challenge. They said their topic was infertility, and they could never find events and how to find their people, right? So you can see right here, this is a Facebook query that I did, that there are events coming up for infertility. So you can look at it as joining them, attending them, and seeing if you're going to be a speaker at them, and things of that nature. And then if it's a live event, you can see if you can purchase a booth or join the group. And then often when you join a group, they allow you to speak for like 25 seconds or 2 minutes. That's enough time to pique interest to your offer and to get people to come to you. I've purchased tons of slots like this for like $150, knowing all I had to do was close 1 person to recover my money. So again, if you have a $297 offer you're making and the group costs, whatever, $350 to join, and each time you attend, you get to talk for 2 minutes, plus you get opportunities for booth and speaking, those become groups that are possibly areas that you should start to spend your time, okay? And when you're at these type of things and you're powered with an irresistible offer, which of course is going to give you more confidence, that is going to carry you to a sale. So who has ever attended either a Facebook, a Meetup, or an Eventbrite event? Let me know in the comments area. Because if you haven't, 3 really great resources, not for years. Yeah, no, they're really, really good. Yes, Susan Younger, awesome. Nice, Noelle, not even sure what that is. Just go to meetup.com and eventbrite.com and go and have a look. Especially for those of us in California, we're inundated with options for groups, and just women's groups I know of in my city. Exactly. You can go to either Meetup and Eventbrite and say, I want to know about all the groups within 5 miles of me, right? So you don't even have to go far, especially if they're live. I found a great group on Meetup this exact way, and they had 3 meetings within 7 miles of where I lived. And so I joined that group immediately, and I got to do 3 meetings a month, and I really didn't have to go far. All right, excellent. Good job for getting out there, everybody. And then let's take a look at this last one here. Is your email database. So for anyone who does have an autoresponder and has been building a list, good for you, you can do a broadcast. And this will be asking for the sale, telling them that they're part of the insiders group and they're the first to hear about it. It's like a little secret. and that they have the first opportunity to take the 10 spots before you go to social media or your other groups. Anybody with an email database is likely to sell 10 spots before you even have to do anything else. It's an extremely effective method because of the cost, this $297 kind of no-brainer price, all right? Now, in that email, of course, you can build excitement, you can build urgency because, hey, they've got to join before you start to announce it to your groups. And it's a limitation at the same time. Hey, when I get 10, that's going to be it, all right? And again, when I was asked, can I sell more than 10? The answer is yes. It's 10 is kind of where you're going to take the minimum. All right. So how long should you be doing this activity? Anyone want to venture the guess before I give it to you in the comment area? How long should you be doing this activity? All these 6 methods. Okay, not necessarily forever, but that's a good habit to get into. The answer is, and here's where you're going to get a big relief, is it may not even be 2 weeks. It will not be 6 months. You will do it every day until you sell those 10. Remember, that's our goal. We just want 10 people out of 7 billion. Let me see that you believe there are 10 people out in this entire planet that need what you have right now. And because there's more people on Facebook than the population of China, I'm sure we have a way to reach and get these. Good job. Yes, absolutely. Excellent. That's what I wanted to really show you. Okay, so here is the deal. How do you get those 10? This is why my program is called Results Focused Product Blueprint, right? Because the only thing that's going to derail you from your success is when you lose focus. And it's really easy. You go down one hole, somebody else is doing something else. You wonder if you can make money over there. Oh, somebody needs your help over here. Maybe I'll just do this. Oh, there's a good yoga class. Okay, I can binge watch Netflix, you know. There is 1,000 things that can pull your attention, okay? I need you to be like a ninja cat, okay? Never taking your eye off the prize until you get it. And if you follow the above, those 6 methods of reaching out, you will sell town, okay? Now, tell me in the comment area, you know, did this help to see what it's going to take? And are you committed to, you know, of course, once you have your irresistible offer, to really selling those 10? This is all you need to now carry out the rest of the formula. I'm going to be going through that formula tomorrow, and you're going to see how, you know, once you get 10 and you get testimonials, and I can also tell you, once you sell that first person, this has been the kicker for every single person that has gone through my program. As soon as they sell that first one, they're like, oh my God, this works, okay? All you need to do is really sell 1 to know you can sell 10. And so it's really, really going for it. Okay, very good. Purchase. For the edit of the LinkedIn page, one of the questions I got was, can you edit my LinkedIn page? I actually do that through a program called Message to Millions. It's a coaching program. And so I'll actually talk to you about that, because it's probably less money to have me as your coach for a year than it is for me to just go in and you know, you buy an hour of my time, for example. It's very comparable. And then during that coaching program, I'm happy to go in, take a look, and help you to get that page to where you need it. Because I am a master on LinkedIn. I have 25,000 followers. I've gotten all my international speaking gigs from LinkedIn. I have full LinkedIn training in Message to Millions for those of you who are in that program. There's 3 very exact trainings that tell you how to set your profile up. But it's one thing to be told how to set your profile up. It's another than to have me say, okay, great job here, but you're missing blah, 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 blah. Okay. And so that's when, good. Excellent. Yes. And Noel, who just joined Message to Millions, actually, you will have all of that. Okay, good. So yes, you are going to become a ninja and not get distracted. Okay, cool. So how do you create an online program? Guaranteed to sell. It's my promise, right? Here it is. You sell it before you build it. Okay. And then you will gain the benefits and success you have been waiting for. Because I can guarantee that if you can't sell it before you build it from that irresistible offer sheet, you will not sell it after you build it. 100% guarantee. There's just something that it then becomes a mindset issue connected to sales. And I want to get you over that. And in order to do that, we're going to lift any barriers. I taught you already how to overcome objections through bonuses to really beat that offer up, to make it irresistible. And when those are in place, it removes. And now I'm showing you how to sell without selling by asking for feedback and reviews. Okay. Now, your next exercise sheet should have arrived to you. Your focus on this particular exercise is for you to think of 10 people you know that need what you have. And I'm not saying go and sell them. I'm not saying anything except, you know what? I remember when I met Joanne at a networking event. She told me that she was having problems getting pregnant, right? So if you're in infertility, you're going to start to do that, or you're going to say, you know, I remember when I met blah, or I'm a part of this group that has 227 members. So you factually know there's 227 people there that need what you have. Now it's time to build a relationship with 10 of them and move them into your program. Because groups are great. I love groups, but you need structure to get you to an end result, right? We need structure to move us through the transformation. If we go back to the very first lesson that we did on our target market, we have to take them from a before to an after. That isn't done in the randomness of just hanging out in a group, which is why when you're a part of the group, you can move those people to an actual program that's going to completely satisfy their needs and get them the transformation that they're looking for, okay? And again, before now, so that's your exercise. And if you haven't received any exercises, you need to go to fbchallenge.live and register, and that will get the exercises start to be sent to you. All right, so now before I close for today, you'll recall I made an offer to you yesterday. I just wanted to remind you that it's this offer to join the Your $1 Million Design Program for $19.97 versus the normal $5,000. So you're going to save 60% during the duration of this program. Lasts until the end of the challenge. I had somebody reach out yesterday and say, did they miss joining? No, this is going to go on till the end of the challenge. So if you're thinking about it, get in now, get in touch with us, call the office if you have questions, 818-859-7210, or you can just go to yourmilliondollardesign.com and put in GO YMDD to get the special pricing. And again, if you do pay in full, I will do that one-on-one call with you to help you get your topic, your program title, and your 6 modules selected and named. So all that's left to put together is your offer, and in the club is a template where it's simply plug and play. You put this here, this here, this here, this here, etc. So it's nice and simple. Alrighty, so tomorrow we're going to go over how to deliver your offer. And so be sure to, again, go to the Facebook page, share your ahas, any additional understandings you had. And I look forward to really, commenting along with you. And again, that's all there is for today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as you learn tomorrow how to deliver your program. Now you've sold it. You've got your 10. What do you do next? You're going to deliver your program, and I'm going to go over those steps with you. So until then, have a great rest of your day. Try and get outside if you can. I'm going to go for a hike myself because I live on a mountain area. And use this time, though, you have to focus. Get your ninja cat-like focus on creating and actually doing this so that you can take your business to the next level. I talked about it along these days. I've been in business for 35 years. I have survived every up and down that there is, including SARS. I was in Toronto when that occurred, which is similar to what we're going through now with the COVID-19. And this is not a time to hunker down. This is not a time to go quiet. This is not a time to go back or to conserve. This is a time to play all out, because I can guarantee you the majority of the population will back up. And if you move forward, go all in, make it happen, you know, get your dreams going, go big, play bigger, you know, kind of get your next step in place now. You're the one that's going to be heard and seen above the noise. And that's what has to happen. And it's simply because everybody else is going to go back and you're going to go forward. This is what I want for you during this time. I did this during the SARS and had my greatest year ever prior to that, during that time, simply because we applied this strategy. All right, so thanks again for playing all out. I look forward to helping you create an online program guaranteed to sell. And I look forward to continuing the conversation in the comment area of the Facebook page. And other than that, have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.